Hello and welcome back to Club 2 Part 1 of our Journeyman, where we attempt to go from non-league football to winning the Champions League. We're here with our first couple of matches with Barnsley FC. We're going to have a look at the transfers we've made, and we're going to get straight into our first two matches against Blackpool and Doncaster in the Championship. So the transfer window has been long and very difficult. We don't have a lot of squad depth and we don't have a lot of money, to be honest, to spend on players. We have managed to get some players in, but before we do that, we're going to have a look at the players out over here. So we'll have a look at the sort of main guys. We had Tunji Akinola. He left about the day after we got here. He's gone to Peterborough for 200,000. One who wanted to go, and he wasn't looking that great in that position, so we've let him go. Noah Chilvers, who we had a look at in the last episode towards the end, another one has gone. I would have liked to have kept him here. He's actually gone to Blackpool, who we faced today, I've just noticed, so he went over to them for £350,000, but that deal was basically prearranged before we got here, and we couldn't really shut it down, so we just had to go with it. Daniel Ginadu, who was backup goalkeeper, has also gone. He's gone over to Bradford City. As we can see, he wasn't really good enough. Our scouts are now saying sign him only as a last resort, so he was probably a good one to go. And then in recent days, really, or last couple of weeks, we've had three more go. Luke Thomas, who was an attacking midfielder on the right, again one we could have kept, but we kind of decided to cash in on him just for finance's sake. He's gone over to Dundee for £100,000. We've got Josh Benson, again could have been quite decent, but not fantastic. So again, we decided to get a bit of money for him, 160,000. He was way down the pecking order, so it was worth cashing in on him. And then we've got Aaron Leia Isika, I guess you'd say that. We've got a bit of money for him. He's gone over to Guingamp in France for £325,000. Another one, it would have been all right to keep him, and he potentially could have grown a bit, but if we're having a look at his report, we can't anymore. But he was showing up as Sky Bet League 1 and only likely to ever be Sky Bet League 1, so we decided to cash in on him. Our transfers over on this side then. The first one is Leopold Zingerli. I guess I don't know how to say his name. Zingerli. He's come over for 1.1 million from Paderborn in Germany. I'm hoping he can be quite successful for us, and the reason we've brought him over, even though he's not done fantastic for having a look at his sort of form, is we really need a goalkeeper, which I'll explain in a minute. Tom Pearce is a left back we've brought in. We haven't paid a huge amount of money for him. He's coming for 375,000. Have a look at this. He's a good Sky Bet League 1 player. He's unlikely to improve, so he's pretty much probably going to be a bit of a backup player, really. We've got Ibui Kohasi, who we've brought in. He came over to us from Genk, and we got him on a free, so no transfer paid for him. He sort of strengthens our midfield a little bit, if only in numbers. He can play as a defensive midfielder if we ever do sort of move over to that formation. At the moment, we'll be playing as a central midfielder. He looks okay. He doesn't look too bad. Showing up as a Sky Bet Championship player. Unfortunately, probably won't improve, but hey ho. Julian Justovan then, another one come over from Paderborn. We got him on a free as well. We've brought him in to probably play in the central midfield area. He does look quite good in terms of passing and first touch, so likely to be maybe a deep lying playmaker. We could play him here as an advanced playmaker as well, so he's a nice addition to the team. And then we've got Robert Bonzenik, who came over from Feyenoord from Feyenoord on a free. He was purchased before we got here, so he arrived as soon as the transfer window opened properly, or his contract ran out, more to the point, so on the 1st of July, but he was one that the board had already agreed to purchase, so not necessarily one of our transfers. Now, the reason we've brought in Zingari in goal is Brad Collins is desperate to leave. We have 3 bids for him. I'm assuming he will be on the way out. Our finances at the moment look like this. We've got £357,000 in the bank with £36,000 worth of wage budget left. Brad Collins leaving will allow us hopefully to get another goalkeeper in, so we have a bit of a backup, because at the moment we are a little bit tight, and as we can see here, this is our entire first team now, so we've basically got enough to name all of our substitutes and then have one player spare. So we need to be looking at bringing in some loans, really, and bringing in some more players to strengthen that. So hopefully we can do that with the sale of Brad Collins. We have got a few players that we're potentially having a looking at coming in. Alex McCarthy is one of those. We have a quick look at him, 34 years old. Not completely scouted at the moment, but it has shown up on our scout report. He is transfer stated by request, but if I'm having a look at him, he doesn't seem to actually be transfer listed, which is a little bit weird, but we've made a bid for him because he would look like either a first choice goalkeeper or a very capable backup, and he's been doing reasonable, I guess, in the league. You know, 22 conceding 21 games for Southampton, the Premier League. You think he'd hang out all right in the Championship. But for now, we've got to focus on today's games, and our first one, the opening one of the season, against Blackpool, which I'm super excited about. Blackpool, I love as a city. I'd quite happily have taken Blackpool over if that job had been available. I think I would have jumped at the chance of that. So it's an interesting first game of the season for me. So this is our lineup for today then. We've got Zingari in goal, Pierce, Offerborough. Oh, the pronunciation in this is going to be hilarious. Offerborough, Williams and Britton is our back four. We've got Kahasi and Bakuna in midfield. Woodrow is out on the left because we've got our new signing up front. Palmer and Odor, obviously in the centre and the right there. And Bosniak up front. The pronunciation, like I said, until I get used to everyone in this squad, pronunciation is going to be a bit of an interesting one. I'll be interested to see how we do in this match. We've had a reasonable pre-season, and by reasonable I mean we have won some games, we haven't won all of them. It's not been the best pre-season I've ever seen. We struggled against some of the bigger teams. We got absolutely wiped out by RB Leipzig, for example. If you do enjoy today's episode though and excited to see how we do with Barnsley, please do drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. We upload this series 4 times a week, and hopefully we can go and do something good with Barnsley. For now though, that is an encouraging start. I don't know where Blackpool finished in the league last season. I'm not really aware when we're so far in the future. What exactly are the good teams, what are the bad teams, who's been promoted, relegated and all of that stuff, because we've been down in non-league football, not taking a huge amount of notice of what was happening above us. Woodrow here though, planting one forward for Odor into Palmer popping that one home. What a first goal we're having under Barnsley. 15 minutes in, that was a clinical, as it says at the bottom, counter-attack there. Palmer giving us a little cartwheel as well in celebration. Woodrow just spreading that one out wide to Odor just popping that one in front of Palmer, and Palmer with a first time strike powers that one into the back of the net. That is a fantastic start for us. That's exactly what we do need this season. I really don't know what to expect with Barnsley. I wouldn't expect us to be doing ultra well this season. I don't think we have the money to quite compete and do ultra well in this league. But if we can get points where we are able to get them, so against these sort of teams, against the likes of Blackpool, then I'll be very, very happy with that. Again, we probably should look and see where Blackpool were last season. They might have been recently promoted, for example, in which case, not the best indication of how we're due in the Championship. But for now, we'll just take the points. We don't mind too much. They're coming back into the game slightly at the moment, which we do mind a little bit. Let's encourage the team. You're up, guys. You're 1-0 up. Now settle down and score a couple more goals. That would be fantastic. Well ahead on promotion, of course. And Blackpool taking their goal kick here. Palmer's injured. Oh, that's less than ideal. We have one player available outside our substitutes, and on the first day of the season we get an injury. That would not be a good start. Woodrow here to Pierce out on the left hand side. Pierce crossing it into the box to Odor, who does get his head to it. Not able to keep that one down. It's gone over the crossbar. We've not had any notification or anything here about Palmer though, so I'm not sure how injured he actually is. Is he injured, i.e. I need to take him off? Or is he just injured enough that it's going to be a bit niggly, but he'll be fine for the rest of the match? We're going to go with niggly and fine for the rest of the match, I think, for the moment. That's my theory anyway. That's what we're going to go for. Hopefully, that's the right thought process, because I can't really afford to be dropping players via injury this early in the season with the squad depth that I've managed. I mean, we've sold some players, which is good because I think we have improved the team slightly. What we have done is kind of ruin the squad depth. Palmer here, despite his injury, getting a ball through to Bosniak. Bosniak scoring on his debut for Barnsley. What a hero. The fans love him already. It's a debut goal. Well done to Bosniak there. We have transformed him into a pressing forward role up front, as opposed to Rudrow, who we had in his advance forward, because that suits him a bit better. He actually wants to be playing as a target forward, and we've got him on the near post for corners as well. Hopefully he can pop in a couple for set pieces. Palmer here looking by far like the best player we have at this club. Everything going through him today so far. A goal and an assist for Palmer. Can't ask for a lot more on our first outing as a club, but I do think now, maybe with 60 minutes gone and that niggly bit of injury, it's time for Palmer to come off. Who do we bring on instead of him? Izzy Brown maybe? I mean, we've got Honda Mark, or we could bring on Izzy Brown. I'm tempted to bring on Izzy Brown here. How do you work as an advanced playmaker though? I mean, you're reasonable. We're going to bring on Izzy Brown there on the support role behind Bosniak. Everyone else is looking all right at the moment, so we'll just make that one substitution for a second. Free kick for us here. Backing into Williams. Williams at that far post. Is that one going to be disallowed? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to stand 3-0 up for us on our first match of the season. Remembering last season, very, very close to getting relegated, but Williams there just popping that one away at the far post. Goalkeeper came out for it. Williams got there first. It's a really, really good start for us. I do feel like now it's kind of imperative I look where Blackpool finished last season, because it feels like this will not always be this easy. Right, we don't actually have anyone on the subs bench to bring on for Britain. So who would play there? Was it Williams? So Williams could go there instead of Britain, and then Edmondson can come on instead of Britain, but in that central defence position. And then we'll have one more substitute to make as well. We'll just praise the team a little bit here as well. Praise the entire team. We're currently second in the league. It's obviously very, very early days at the moment, but we'll deal with that. I'm more than happy with the performance so far today. Edmondson here to Kohasi, and we're just keeping hold of the ball nicely. Triangular passing. It's not quite tiki-taka, but almost. Edor into Bosniak here. I'm going to keep calling him the wrong name. It's fine. Rudrow now. Rudrow putting that one home. That's 4-0 for us on the first opening day of the season. I'm a little confused now. I can only assume that Blackpool have only just been promoted, because this doesn't look so far like a Barnsley side that should have been struggling last season. Either that, or it was just absolutely poor management. And I've just seen Odor needs to come off, ideally. There we go. So we can now take Odor off. We'll bring on McGowan instead of him. Is it McCohen instead of him out on that right-hand side? For our final substitution, 10 more minutes to go. We're currently top of the league. I mean, it's a good start. I can't really complain about it too much. It's just really, really confusing in terms of, I kind of came into this expecting to get battered on the first day of the season. Zingiri there making a really good save. Is it Zingiri? Zingirl? I guess it would be Zingirl. If anyone knows how to pronounce any of these names, please do, by all means, do throw the pronunciation down in the comments, because I cannot pronounce footballers' names. If you've come to this channel because you want in-depth analysis and people's names said correctly, you're probably on the wrong channel. We're good at football here. We're not good at the English language. We're just going to give the team a good pat on the head there. Tell them they did really well on the first day of the season, which they have, to be fair. I mean, that was fantastic. And why we're here, I mean, Blackpool, where were you last season? Blackpool. No, they were in the Sky Bet Championship, so they're fairly newly promoted, but they did finish above us, only by 2 places, but they were in the Sky Bet Championship, so they're not newly promoted. I guess they're not the biggest team in the league, obviously, but we're more than happy with that. And Southampton want more money for Alex McCarthy. I'm going to go deal with that. Hopefully, it's 3 days away. We might come back with a couple more transfers done for that match against Doncaster. So, no transfers in between the matches, but we have got a match now in the Carabao Cup against Doncaster. Doncaster are in the league below us and at the moment are in 23rd place, so they've not started off very well either. This is our lineup for today's match, though. We've got Zingerl in goal, we've got Pearce, Offerbor, Williams and Britton as our back four, Kohassi and Bakana in midfield, Woodrow, Justvan, Odor and Bozanic our front four. Bozanic? I don't know how you say names. We're going to call him Bozanic. We're going to try and call him Bozanic. And what we'll do is keep changing his name depending on what sentence we're saying it in. And if it's followed directly by a consonant or a vowel. It's all going to depend, really. It's not going to be consistent, though. That's the main thing, I think. And we'll just pump our fists lots. Make the team aware that we're happy for them to go out and make the difference today, encourage them and basically go win a match against Doncaster, please and thank you. You just beat Blackpool 4-0. You'd think Doncaster should be an easy win here, although we have definitely learnt so far in this YouTube series, doesn't tend to work like that. Williams here collecting that ball that was distributed by Zingerl. And now it's out to Odor to Bosnic, into Bakana, Woodrow now. Woodrow through on goal. He's cannoned that one past the goalkeeper. I feel sorry there for the Doncaster goalkeeper because he stood absolutely no chance of stopping that one. And that's a blitzing. I guess we can call it a counter-attack. I mean, it was from back to front in 7 or 8 passes there to unlock their defence, and Woodrow knocking his one home there. Is that his second goal this season? Did he score in the last match? I've forgotten already. Poor form there, but Woodrow either way, really, really good goal. We've now got a corner to take as well. Doncaster do appear to have an injured player here. He's just going to stand and watch us take the corner. We can't take advantage of that man down, though, directly off of that one. But Odor has got the ball in the box now. Gone for a shot himself. Hasn't come off, but it's fallen to Woodrow. And Woodrow has got his second of the game. Although that looked like it came up as an own goal? Question mark. Has it been given as an own goal? I'm not really sure there. We'll have a look in a minute. But Odor, either way, taking a shot himself. That one's been blocked. Woodrow has then kicked it. That looks like it came up as an own goal. It hasn't come up for Woodrow. I'm just making things up at this point for entertainment purposes. It wasn't an own goal at all. We're looking very good for this win at the moment. 70% possession. I mean, we are facing a lower league team though, or a team in the lower league than us, so you kind of expect us to go out and dominate. It's just you're never really certain when your team has finished, you know, just outside the relegation zone last season. Are you actually good enough? It looks like we are though. Pearce running onto this one, holding it up in the box, cut it back to Woodrow again. Woodrow with a cross now over to Odor, but that's way too high for him. And the Doncaster defender's karate kick cleared that one. It's a good clearance, I guess. He's got a foot to it some way or another. Pretty much had to like dismember himself in order to do it though. Britton out on the right hand side now. Can he get a cross in? He's finally got one at second time of asking, and Woodrow knocking that one home for his third of the match. We haven't even played 15 minutes yet, and Woodrow has got his hat-trick. This could be a bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a Doncaster fan, I apologise. This was not my intention today, but we are going to absolutely dismantle your team here. Oh, this is weird as well, looking at obviously been playing the last couple of months worth really down in non-league with Blythe Spartans, and now there's fans, and it's very strange that we've got fans. There's people attending the football match and paying to watch us. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, Blythe Spartans had a decent capacity, but I think we were getting about 170 people per match or so when I last looked at it. So definitely not filling a stadium like Doncaster appeared to be doing today for us. Yeah, obviously we're away from home, so this is the Doncaster support. We might go to Barnsley to, I think it's called Oakwell, and realise that we don't have anyone come watch our matches. Woodrow just nicked that one as well. Big ball forward here for Bosnic. Bosnic chipped the goalkeeper. It's 4-0 for Barnsley. This. You know what, guys? We're winning the league this season. I know this isn't a league match, but look at the form. We've scored 8 goals in today's episode so far. I don't know what I was panicked about. You know, I'm looking at the team and going, we don't have enough players. We've not improved enough. We almost got relegated last season. The board want us to avoid relegation. If we continue like this, that is not going to be a problem. Because even against a team like Doncaster, what I'm really pleased with here is the fact we're actually scoring goals. It does look like Woodrow and Bosniak, if nothing else, know how to score some goals. I'm very happy with that. Please, guys, continue doing it. I'm more than happy for these guys to be scoring goals, because that's always going to be a problem. You can have, I think it works mostly, I tend to find, at either end of the pitch. You get really, really good goalkeepers that on Fm22 concede bags and bags of goals, and you get really good strikers who equally don't score any. Hello, Romelu Lukaku in real life. That doesn't look like we've got the case here. It does look like all of our players are perfectly capable of putting the ball in the back of the net. Palmer, by the way, the reason Just Van playing today, Palmer out for 2 to 3 weeks, which is less than ideal because he was definitely the best player on the pitch, at least up until the point where we had to substitute him. Bosniak here again, holding up the ball. Just Van back into him. Brilliant 1-2 days. Hit the post. Unfortunate, almost got his second of the goal and our fifth. Second goal and our fifth. Woodrow here now with a corner. Chance to get himself on the assist sheet as well as the 3 goals that he scored already. Actually, I say that, he's already got himself an assist. He assisted the goal for Bosniak. What a fantastic player he is. He's got a 10 rating at the moment. And is it really any surprise, to be honest, given how he's played today? I don't think so. Is Woodrow at Barnsley in real life? I should probably go and have a look at that. But is he at Barnsley in real life? We've just conceded. This is an unfortunate series of events here, guys. We've conceded a goal. That's it. Throw the toys out the pram. Water bottle across the stadium. Launch it straight at our goalkeeper's head. How dare you concede a goal? But I guess we have scored 8 in total so far and conceded 1 goal. So it's not all of that bad a thing, really. I just don't really like conceding goals. I'm that sort of manager. Tom Pearce here, probably the worst player on the pitch, question mark. I mean, he's not having a bad game. Who do we want to bring on? Let's bring on Honda Mark here instead of Just Fan. I know he can play in there. We'll give Just Fan a bit of a rest. And Izzy Brown, I guess, as well. We're actually going to put him up top. Can he play pressing forward? He can play pressing forward. We'll put Izzy Brown up there just to give our striker Bosniak a little bit of a rest as well, because we are going to need them for league games. And I think this game now at 4-1 against Doncaster, pretty much tied up. I can't see them coming back from here. I really hope that's not famous last words, because that would be a ridiculous collapse for us to do that now. But we look like we're probably going to see it out. We've got one more substitution to make, he says, right as a highlight comes on, but never mind. McGowan can come on instead of Odor. Again, just because we want to keep Odor as fit as humanly possible. I hope he doesn't. I mean, I hope he does keep playing as well as he is. What I don't want is someone to come and make a bid for him, because he's already come to us and said he wants to leave. I mean, he'd told the previous manager, and I guess the board, that before we even got here, that he wanted to leave to play in a better division for a better team. And we've kind of said to him, okay, fine. Look, we've got to placate you somehow. If someone comes in and makes a bid for you, you can leave. No one's made a bid yet, so we're safe. And we've just been absolutely carved apart by that goal. But that is a really good save by Zingel. He could be a decent goalkeeper yet, hopefully. Let's see how he does with this corner. If he has to do anything, I mean, he dived for it. He didn't have to save it. The post has denied Doncaster there. They've kind of come into this one. We'll drop a little bit of praise on the team. Potentially, we could still be losing players, because a lot of them do want to leave and play for a better team, because obviously we were quite low down in the Championship last season, and I think they're probably worried if we have a repeat of that season, then this time we'd be very likely to get relegated. I mean, we only survived last season by 3 points. No one wants a repeat of last season. I don't think anyone's going to have a repeat of last season. This season, we're definitely, easily staying up. I hope. At least that's the plan anyway, and let's see if we can execute that plan to perfection this season. If you have enjoyed today's episode though, guys, please do drop a like down below the video. It really helps out and helps spread the video to some people who might not have seen it yet and might be interested in Barnsley Football Club on FM22. If you are a fan as well, or you're just enjoying the series, why not hit the subscribe button? It's completely free. You can unsubscribe whenever you want, but it would mean a lot if you come and support the series as we embark on this new leg of our journey towards winning the Champions League. Until next time though, guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you want to watch some more content on the channel before Thursday's episode, why not have a look at this video next?